We've got 100 new cards that were released, all upgraded versions of base cards. In this video, we're going to pick out the best ones in a variety of superlatives, so you can find some players to build around. We'll look at the best cards overall, the biggest, the budget beasts, the best centers, and the ones kind of in the middle as well. Let's start with the best offensive card, hands down. And that's Steven Stamkos. He's a 94 overall, but he's pretty much a 99 overall with those stats. He's not very physical, but that's not what he gets paid for. You can pick him up for about $130,000 at the time of this video on the Xbox. Now, in case you haven't been paying attention, Kucherov has been on the screen the whole time. I'm just kidding, but Kucherov is similar to Stamkos, except his downside is that his shot power is lower at 94 to 95. You can pick him up for about $120,000. Johnny Hockey Gaudreau is similar to Kucherov, except he's smaller, so he gets knocked around easier. But he's also significantly cheaper at $65,000. McDavid is similar to Kucherov, but he's got a worse shot, lower accuracy and power, but he's a little bit bigger. You can pick him up for about $110,000. Carlson is the best defenseman that you can have out of this ice set. He's almost maxed out skating with synergies, and he's very sound defensively. He also goes for about $110,000. Let's move on to the best, biggest players that have come out of this. Starting off with Blake Wheeler. He's got a lot of very well-rounded stats, good at everything, but the stats that stand out the most are his shot power, physicality, and puck control. This big man goes for about $45K. It's Ovi, what can I say, but he's cheaper than most of the new cards because it's a lower overall than his other cards. He's got an amazing shot and puck control, and his skating's good enough. You can pick him up for about $75K. Kopitar, not that great of a card to be honest, but he is big. I'd avoid him. He's one of the biggest out of the ice cards, so I figured I'd mention him, but yeah, avoid him. Don't do it. But if you don't want to avoid him, he goes for about $30K. Weber, he's pretty slow, but has a cannon of a shot, great physically and defensively. He goes for about $42,000. Hedman, also pretty slow, but he's great defensively and has a really long stick for poke checks and a defensive skill stick. He goes for about $48,000. From here, let's move on to the budget beast, the really cheap guys that are pretty amazing, starting with D-Boss Dylan Larkin. He fast. He also goes for around $11,000, and it's really just his speed that puts him on this budget beast list. Zucchini. He fast also. A little better shot, but he's also smaller, kind of Johnny Hockey size. You can pick him up for, damn it, he's not on my Excel sheet, about $8,000. Yeah, that's good enough. Drouin, he just as fast, but bigger body and great at Deacon as well. He goes for about $15K, which is actually pretty high. Just wait until more of them show up on the auction house. Teravainen, slightly slower, but still fast. Plus, he's got Breakout Master, which if you activate, improves his skating. And he goes for about $14,000. Let's look at the best budget defenseman to come out of this, starting with Nick Leddy. Decent size, speed, and defensive abilities, just with an inaccurate shot. He does have amazing discipline, however. You can pick him up for $19,000, which is also fairly expensive, but he'll go down in price. Up next, Shattenkirk, decent size, speed, and defensive abilities, but also an inaccurate shot. Pick him up for about $15,000. Riley, decent size and speed, weaker defensively a little bit with an inaccurate shot. You can pick him up for about $7,000. Finally, Tyson Barrie, decent size and defensive abilities, inaccurate shot, and a little bit smaller on the downside. Pick him up for about $8K. Let's move on to the best centers that we could possibly have. Giroux has the highest face-off rating out of all of these ice cards. He's very fast, amazing puck handling, and a decent shot. You can pick him up for about $40,000. Crosby. He's Crosby. Need I say more? Second best face-off guy, very good at puck handling, passing, defensively, and awareness. Those synergies, wow. Bad kind of wow. Pick him up for $115K. Backstrom. Amazing puck control, passing, offensive awareness, decent speed, and poke checking. He's also the third best ice face-off card. Pick him up for about $35K. Let's talk about your middle of the pack. The guys that are 90, 91 overalls that are solid players. McKinnon, so fast. Amazing Deacon, decent shot, awareness, and poke checking. He's currently going for about $50,000. Kessel, amazing shot to go with his skating and puck skills, can max out his speed as well, but he's not that great defensively. He's currently going for about $40,000. Hall is really fast with a decent shot and puck skills, but his low endurance hurts him. Regardless, you can still pick him up for about $35K. Kuznetsov, very fast with amazing puck skills, maxed out skating with his synergies, and he's got a decent shot to go along with it. You can also get him for about 35k. On this list, he's got a very accurate shot, almost just as powerful. He's a great skater and good at controlling the puck. Currently goes for about 38,000. I know there are some other great players out there, but these are the guys that I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you guys have any questions relating to these ice cards, and stay tuned for some team builds that involve them coming up in the future. Thanks for making it this far into the video. I'll see you guys around.